Hello and welcome to The Studio Demands It, an exercise in creative thinking where we will conceptualize, pitch, and craft a film or series based on the demands from one of you listeners acting as a hypothetical Hollywood overlord.
Overlord!
As professional screenwriters ourselves and massive cinephiles, we talk movies all the time.
All the time.
And we'd like to believe that we could meet any demand thrown at us.
Us.
We will be your screenwriters for this episode. I am TC DeWitt, and joining me, as always, is Jim Trick and or Treat Brzelik. Hey, Jim.
Hello. That's a hint.
Yeah.
That's what today's going to be about.
It might be. It might be. It's one of those situations where the listener knows before we do.
That's true.
We know it's horror related. We know it's horror.
Sort of. Well, I think we mentioned a couple times the last couple seasons we've had a bit more knowledge about what's coming. Right. Coming in the episode.
As a refresher, we usually we want to target something around this area. Yeah. So we usually file away. I do a word search, grab the number of demands that have that word as the keyword for the subject. Yeah. And then we randomize, and whatever the one that pops to the top.
But this one is more classic because you gave me kind of a hint. You said think about horror movies.
Yeah,
and that was all you said. So
we have
informing me of I know what my middle name is, but that my middle name is Trick and or Treat. Yeah. Kind of clues me in a little further.
Possibly. I keyworded Saw because the Saw franchise has got an 11th movie coming out.
Oh, okay. And so, not where I thought this was going.
That's okay.
Surprise!
It's not necessarily about that. I just wanted to, because the spooky season is upon us. Mm-hmm. We're moving towards, people start celebrating the spooky season after 4th of July. So I'm just honoring those. I respect all religions and beliefs. And
well, you know why?
What?
It's because after the fireworks go out, it gets really quiet and it's nighttime, and so that's the first spook.
Ooh.
It's really quiet. All you hear is maybe the murmur of people picking up their lawn chairs and shuffling home.
Oh, I never thought of it that way.
It's the first spook of the season.
Is this your canon that you've created?
This is my tradition for the last 50 years.
You're not even that old. That's amazing. No, but I love that. I love that. That if you're selling this to me,
that up.
I love that. That the first scare of the season is the quiet after 4th of July fireworks. That's good. You could build a horror movie on that alone. Like the spooky season has begun. The last firework has popped and scared away as many as possible, and now the silence has brought them back in.
And you got to get home before the unpatriotic spirits.
Uh-oh, this movie took a turn.
I don't know. I was trying to bring 4th of July back into it.
Angel Studios presents. No, I like that. But yeah, we're moving towards the end of the season. We're getting close to the end of the year as well. I mean, we're in August still, but we're moving towards the Halloween season. And as the end of our season, it's been a good season, but we still got plenty of episodes to go. And your name being Trick or Treat,
Trick and or Treat.
Trick and or Treat. I'm so sorry.
I am the Halloween of Star Wars.
Do you want to just go straight into the demand here?
No, we can continue to banter.
We don't have to keep riffing on. Did you grow up doing trick or treat?
Yeah,
I did not.
Oh, really?
My parents decided just before my older sister was born. They heard the frickin' urban legend about the razor blades and apples, which was never true.
Nope.
And it wasn't true till someone made it true, whatever. So they decided, you know what? We're not going to do trick or treat. They didn't hand out candy. They handed out pennies. And they didn't take the kids out to trick or treat. So I didn't get to go trick or treating until my senior year of high school. And then I had to squat down and pretend I wasn't 6 feet tall.
Man.
Yeah. So I didn't grow up getting to do any trick or treating.
I'm sorry. I want to give you some candy right now.
Oh. Well, I love candy.
A, there's none around here, and B, it would be yours that I would be handing to you.
My favorite trick or treating experience. Our dear friend Candace. I took her trick or treating once. So she's an adult, but she was short. She was only about 5'7", 5'8", so we put her in a full costume, head to toe. So she's.
I'm going to represent. How dare you say that 5'7", 5'8" is short?
Sorry, short king. I forget how tall.
I got all of our backs out there.
Okay,
don't worry about
Thank
it.
you, Jim. But we put her in a costume, and she was small enough, and she looked like in her costume like a 12-year-old kid.
Sure.
So then I was like, all right. And I'd stay on the sidewalk and I'd go ahead. And then she'd go up and we went, and she lived in San Bernardino, which is like rich people. Then they give away full-size candy bars. So boy, we hit like 3 neighborhoods. She wouldn't talk to anyone. There's these like one point, these 2 little like 13-year-old kids like, who are you? Do we know you? And she just kept shaking her head and running away. It was such a great experience. We got such a haul of candy that year. It was so great. Nice. I just played proud dad. Nice. Yeah, that's my favorite trick-or-treat memory.
That's awesome. My best trick-or-treat memories, it really is less of a specific thing that happened and more of just like a vibe. Like there are a couple years where we went over to my aunt's neighborhood and I was able to bring a friend. And I think actually that might be the first year I remember it being warm enough that we didn't have to wear jackets over the costumes, because in Wisconsin, October 31st is late enough in the year that it is very cold, and very often you have to trick or treat with your winter coat on over your costume.
Jerry Seinfeld has a good joke about that. Great Superman costume he got as a kid, then had to put the parka over it. Boy, that's a whole nother conversation. I remember at Thanksgiving where there was just 6 feet of snow. We built like a 10-foot tall snowman.
Nice.
It doesn't snow on Thanksgiving around Wisconsin anymore.
No, not anymore.
Nor on Halloween. I remember Halloween's with snow. Yeah. But you're.
Oh, and also because that neighborhood also did trick or treating at night. My neighborhood didn't do it at night. We went out in the sober daylight. Light of day. It's
safer.
Yeah,
it's safer.
It is.
But it does.
But it's a magical thing for a kid.
Yeah.
To go out at night. It adds to it.
Oh, it's the mystique that you see in film and television is the nighttime trick or treating. Yeah. And you know, the demand might allow us to talk more about this and the traditions of Halloween. So we might as well move right into it.
Okay, here we go.
So here we go. Jim, our amazing listeners, and they are amazing, have given us demands from studios literally all over the world. And you, listening right now, you can send us any demand you'd like, and we will have to meet it right here on the spot. And when we reach the end of the episode, if we've done our jobs, we'll have pitched a full script or story, meeting or even exceeding those demands. And when the season comes to an end, your demand could have helped us craft the script that would be greenlit by the fans for our finale. So thanks to everyone who has submitted. And pre-roll on this, because he might be listening to the mainline episode. We actually did a quick little demand in the pre-tape today.
It was kind of spontaneous.
Yep, it was for Graham. I should have left that up. Graham Nolan. Is that right? Yeah, Graham. We did your Godfather demand. We did the Godfather Muppets in brief for you.
It was. We didn't change any of the story. It was just a recasting of the Muppets into the roles.
Yeah, and so
the main roles.
We your demand, keep them coming, because you never know. It was one of the original season 1 demands that came in, and we never tackled it because a demand that's just do the Godfather with the Muppets isn't exactly a full episode.
We weren't sure what to do. We weren't sure how to make that a full episode.
Yeah, Graham Nolan from Phenomenal Pictures. It's time to remake The Godfather starring the Muppets. So we did.
And we did it.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, today's demand.
It was time, and now 6 years later, we've done it.
We've done it, yeah. Disney's wasting so much time. Like, they have the Muppets. Have we talked about this?
Oh, yeah.
They have the Muppets. They keep doing remakes of stuff. Why aren't they just doing remakes with the Muppets? Like, they have them right there. That's a whole nother thing. Okay, today's demand comes from, here we go, KJ from A Bloody Good Time Production Studios. That's fun. A Bloody Good Time Production Studios. Saw, there it is about to have its 11th installment, making it tied for the 5th longest running horror franchise. That's whoa. But does it deserve to have that many entries? That's not for us to decide. Movie watchers have decided to place this series among Hellraiser, Children of the Corn. I see what he's done.
He's naming them.
Sorry, KJ, I didn't mean to gender you. There's Hellraiser, 11 movies. Children of the Corn, 11 movies. Friday the 13th, 13. Halloween, 13, Night of the Living Dead, 15, and Puppet Master, 15 movies. But I bet Jim and probably TC, I bet Jim and probably TC think this is egregious. I might think that's egregious. There are other horror movies that deserve a longer running franchise, and our studio demands that you place one that should be among these legends. You place one that should be among these legends.
Oh, so we're gonna make a bunch of sequels.
The studio
enough sequels to raise another horror franchise into this illustrious.
The studio
crap.
demands that you do what you've done before and make a 10th installment to a horror series. Yes. Okay. Choose a film that should have more love and make it among the most beloved. The studio demands it. Thanks for taking my request, guys. I'm honored to be a part of your library. Thank you, KJ. Congrats on 6 seasons. Yes.
Okay.
KJ.
I thought you were gonna say do a Saw.
I'm glad it's not Do a Saw because that was what I thought it might be. Because we did have a couple other Saw demands, and I for one I don't.
So, I started not liking Saw. A part of that might be because I saw it with my friend. And like we went in and he was like, because he had already watched it, he was like, here, watch this. It's not good. Here's why I think it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my arms crossed the whole time and I was like, so I walked away not really liking it. Looking back, there are things that are a first movie about it.
Yeah.
I actually, what was my takeaway? I actually really liked the second. And then I didn't like the third. Mm-hmm. And so basically it had for me, it had the Star Trek rules.
The even number ones were good.
Yeah. But as far as the notion of does it deserve a place in the longest running franchises? I did not think so for the first 6 movies.
Oh wow.
I think it was 7 or 8. I forget whichever one was supposed to be the last one. Mm-hmm. I was actually upset that it was the quote-unquote last one because they had set it up perfectly to finally pass the torch from Jigsaw himself to spoiler to Carrie Elway's character, and they didn't. He was just like, "No, I'm ending it like we agreed." And I'll be honest, I haven't watched the ones that have come out since.
That was number 7.
Other people clearly agreed with me because then they made 3 more. I wanted to see the Chris Rock one. I didn't get a chance. Mm-hmm. But by that point, by 7, I thought, no, I think they've earned it, and they've earned a way out, a way to continue without
Tobin Bell.
Without Tobin Bell, and Tobin Bell was great. But the idea that this one guy set up all of these traps across the city with all of these people just was stretched too far. So by passing it and allowing time to pass rather than, this guy with stage 4 cancer set up all of these death traps and kidnapped people with the help of 3 people. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, setting up all that stuff with one character annoyed me. It stretched the limits of my belief, which I guess was maybe my Saw trap.
You couldn't get yourself out of it.
Yep.
I think I've seen up to 7 as well. I gave up on the series. It just became too much, like the gratuitous violence of it. I could appreciate the fun for a spell and then kind of got turned off by it. My strongest memory when it comes to Saw is that first movie. I think that first movie was shocking and horrifying in the right ways that that I was like, wow, this was something. But the most strongest thing about this is I had a friend who claimed constantly she knew the ending to Saw when she first saw it. She like as soon as it started, I knew how it was going to end. Like there's no way. You cannot. That's not true. It's a lie. You can say that about Sixth Sense. If you've seen even a remote amount of movies that have that, so, like I could buy that when someone's like, "Oh, I knew he was." Sorry, spoiler. He was dead the whole time. Yeah. I buy that. That's not. But there's no way. There's nothing in that first movie that suggests any foreshadowing to that body waking up at the end of the movie and walking out of there, and it's him the whole time. Nothing. I refuse.
So and that's fine for you to refuse. I can fathom someone guessing.
Not
that.
her. She was an idiot.
But what bothers me is people who take the attitude of like, yeah, it didn't get me because mostly because
we will get to your demand, KJ.
We will. Let a movie surprise you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. You figured it out. You're smarter than the movie. You're not getting your money back. You got out of the escape room 30 minutes in. Cool. Yeah. Congratulations. Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah. Because that's what it was. It wasn't just that she claimed she knew the ending, which I refuse to believe is true, but that she would always lord that over people. Oh, you like the Saw movies? I knew the ending. When I saw the first one, I was like, shut up. Just look at it. What is this? You have nothing better in this world. And look what I've done. I've fixated on it for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, right. So I clearly backseat quarterbacking here.
What should I have said, Jim?
I wonder to her, like, oh, especially with that attitude, like, what gave it away? What was the thing? What was the? No, not even. Oh, you just intuited?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay, monkey with a typewriter. Cool. Let's move on.
All right. Well, the fact that there's 11 Saw movies is pretty shocking. I'm kind of surprised on some of these that he listed here. Children of the Corn, 11 movies. My God. The fact that Child's Play could probably be counted on here as well because it's had 2 or 3 seasons of a show at this point. So that's a pretty extensive franchise. I've seen one Puppet Master. The fact that there's 15 of them is insane. And then I guess I could probably find like a quick Google search of like what is the longest running one.
The one that surprised me because I thought I didn't think that there were that many. Thought I knew them all. Was the Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could look. Okay, so Witchcraft has 16 movies. It's a straight-to-video horror franchise, neither well known nor well regarded. The Night of the Living Dead series has 15 movies. Yeah, there are 15 official films.
Wait, was that?
But the original immediately entered public domain. Dozens of unofficial movies were made, but won't be counted here. So there is, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead,
Diary of the Dead.
Yep.
Is it Documentary of the Dead? Something like that.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I knew of.
So even though he called me out, or even though they called me out in this, that you would be more egregious than me. So I do default to you. Thinking of horror movies, thinking of franchises, we could sit here and brainstorm some, but what is
right, we will have to find one that we both like and can move on. Otherwise, it'll be making ones where you're just like, oh,
what
okay,
about this? No.
But let's name some funny ones to have up to 10 movies.
10 movies.
The Ghoulies.
10 Ghoulies. Oh my God. Ghoulies.
How many toilets can they come out of?
Gremlins, 10 Gremlin movies.
When I was a kid, that sounded amazing. Mm-hmm. Looking back, I was a dumb kid. The Gremlins probably deserves it, but they didn't.
Here's something that we need to find as well.
The Gremlins deserves better than it got.
Sure. Joe Dante had fun with that second movie because it was sort of like, oh, you want this? Oh, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Sort of like the Wachowskis doing that fourth Matrix movie. Yeah. It's like, we'll give you exactly what you asked for. Here's the thing, though. I think we're in the ballpark because all the ones listed here are not like cinematic masterpieces.
That's the egregious thing here.
You get what I'm saying, though. Like, going straight to Ghoulies was correct.
Yeah.
Going to It Follows, probably not correct.
Like, Hellraiser could and should have as many movies as it does, but the movies that are in there are not all quality.
Yeah, and I named you this with just wanting to talk about Halloween and whatnot, but Trick or Treat, I don't know if that's an anthology movie. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies I watch. It's the one I watch every Halloween is Trick or Treat. But it's as an anthology. You could
honestly, yes, as an anthology. So Trick or Treat's a little harder. The one that's kind of already built to do it is Tales. Was it Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah, Tales from the Crypt.
Because it was a show.
Yeah,
but that was a movie, right? That was the one with Stephen King. Stephen King did the original one.
No, that's Creepshow.
Creepshow's right. Okay, then I would say Creepshow. Creepshow should just be. every other year there should be a new Creep Show in which we see 3 or 4 new
horror shorts. Yeah, absolutely. I would that could have
showcasing new filmmakers and all kinds. Yeah, like
James Wan.
VHS is doing that.
That's exactly what VHS is doing. It's like creating this anthology, ongoing series that tests new filmmakers, tests new writers and producers, and gives acting opportunities to like nobodies that they can like launch careers from. Having Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, VHS keep going. Any Trick or Treat, any anthology. Trick or Treat's not an anthology exactly.
No, that's why I moved away from it.
Creep Show is distinctly short films. Yeah. Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat is several short stories, but they
Pulp Fiction it.
Yeah, and so then imagining doing that every movie, it's not impossible.
But it loses some of the glamour of that. Yeah. Of like, okay, we get the gimmick now. Now we're just looking to the background to see things. So, is there? You had referenced The House. Right.
House. Just House. The House is a Japanese movie that I ashamedly have yet to see.
Okay. But you had turned me on to House. Actually,
we have to watch them. So growing up, House 2 was a movie, and it is so much. It's so much more tame than even the first House. But as a kid, I loved that movie about these. It's where I learned about the Crystal Skull. It's the first movie I ever saw. First thing I ever learned that had the Crystal Skull in it. It had undead cowboys before I was even into westerns. A good 10 years before I was into westerns.
Oh shit! I think I just figured out one. Go ahead.
No, what? I got nothing else.
The Evil Dead. Like technically, because of the series,
they're on their way.
Yeah.
I see your Evil Dead and I counter with killer tomatoes.
Attack the killer tomatoes. The Evil Dead. There's the original trilogy, and then they've had two more since. There was the Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead, the one that came out just
Rise? Was it Evil Dead Rise?
Evil Dead Rise, yeah. Which, man, like so much fun, but like any eyeball stuff, I'm like,
yeah.
Could you Ash versus the Evil Dead? You love that series.
I love that. I think that I need to rewatch it again. That might be my favorite TV show ever. I just smile the entire time it's on.
Can you imagine that having, like, now that the shows exist, bringing Ash back to the big screen and now giving us, or we could do what we did with Speed, which is clearly what KJ is referencing here, of us imagining the show doesn't exist. Sorry, you okay if I say that? Okay. And now, Army of Darkness or Evil Dead 3, and then 6, 7 more following it.
I mean, that's a darker timeline than even what we're already in with you erasing that show.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because following logically from where that sets off, actually connects to a fun comic book. It's I think it was something like Ash versus the Army of Darkness, or it might have just been Army of Darkness. But it was a fun romp across a multiverse as Ash was thrown through time and reality.
Yes.
Even crossing over into at the time Marvel Zombies was huge.
Yes, I remember this.
So Ash ended up in the Marvel Zombies universe.
Oh, great!
And it's great in the first page. Spoilers for a comic book that's almost 20 years old now. Or maybe is.
Stop saying dates.
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
I broke my own rule. Ash is in New York City as all of these superhero zombies are attacking everyone, and I believe it's Zombie Dazzler that kills Ash.
Oh no!
And then I think Ash kills Zombie Dazzler because we find out that Ash is the Ash from this world, and the Ash we're following is jumping through worlds.
Nice.
And at first he thinks, oh, this is more Deadites, and the Necronomicon is sort of like this evil character that's sort of also going with him. And he goes, nah, nah, these aren't Deadites. These are a thing all on their own. But he has to survive his way through. Maybe it wasn't Zombie Dazzler. I think Dazzler was with him alive, so she's sort of his sidekick through his time there. I think is what happens. It's important for me to get these details right in my summary of it. For him to basically set up the ritual to jump out of this world and chase the Necronomicon to the next.
Okay, so let's imagine for a moment. We'll one of two ways here. I think to the spirit of this is a film series that has accumulated this many movies as opposed to adding, like Ash versus the Evil Dead exists, now tack on 7 more movies. Or do we say the 3 exist, attack, and then we pick up where that one at? Or
so I bring up that because if I remember it correctly, it actually picks up where Army of Darkness left off, which is in a world without Ash versus the Evil Dead, or the other 2 movies, which is what my inclination would be. So now he is Ash. I would I guess there's actually 2 endings to Army of Darkness that we could jump from, and it's either which is where the show goes. It jumps from the end of. Actually, I don't know if the show really does that. The show kind of does its own thing because they didn't have parenthetical because they didn't have the rights to Army of Darkness, so they couldn't really make reference to it in the TV show.
Right.
At least for the first season. I don't know if they picked it up at a later point. But at the end of Army of Darkness, he is back in the modern day, but there are still Deadites because he didn't quite say the phrase right. So it's a modern day Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Sure.
Or the alternate ending, the original ending that they didn't go with because I guess it didn't test well, was the potion to put him to sleep for several centuries. He drank too much of it, and he wakes up in a Deadite apocalyptic future.
Oh.
And he's like, I slept too long. Like that's what he says.
Yeah.
And so it would be Ash in a post-apocalypse.
Post-apocalyptic. Okay.
Trying to basically save whatever's left of humanity from the Deadites that have taken over.
Here. Okay. Let's imagine what's the first ending? The one that they ended up releasing, the theatrical release was.
Yeah, where the whole thing is him. He's telling a story, and Ted Raimi is like, "Really? That's your story?" And he's like, "Yeah." Did you say the words right this time?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, of course I said the words right.
Yeah.
Mostly."
Yeah. And then because
and then like a shopper turns into a Deadite.
Right.
He has to
kick
take
some ass.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the ending that we were given in the cinema. Okay, so let's pick up there. I'm all for doing 10 Evil Dead movies right now because I can see the note. This is what I would suggest. When we get to 10, that Ash that we follow catches up to the other universe Ash that got the other ending. So that 10 would work in such a way that if you watched 1, 2, Army of Darkness, and then watched the 1 ending, you could jump to 10, or you could watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That there's 2 Ashes. Because you saying that they did that in Marvel Zombies, that they had 2 different Ashes. Let's play with that sort of pseudo canon fun that the 2 endings of Army of Darkness are both separate timelines. Because what's Evil Dead to pick up? The theatrical release or the alternate? No, theatrical release. I can answer that myself.
Well, it ignores Army of Darkness.
Oh, okay. It just goes off at 2.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Ash has been living in, is it Dearborn? For like the last 20, 30 years. Not even as a local hero. He's basically a deadbeat who's been working at S-Mart. And the book has been dormant. It's been gone. He thought he got rid of it. He thought he killed it, and he didn't. This is strangely really hard for me because I'm trying to think. Well, what with Speed? It was easy because I feel we could get really irreverent, and technically this series can get irreverent, like the TV show did. but it feels like I'm slaughtering sacred cows.
Well, if we don't have to do Evil Dead,
no,
then if
no,
it's too
no. So when Ash versus the Evil Dead came out,
Mhm.
I was incredibly jealous that I wasn't at a different point in my career, that I wasn't involved in the TV show. So if I cower from this challenge, I wouldn't. I don't deserve the opportunity to make an Evil Dead.
Well, here's some things to consider. If for the when did Army of Darkness came out in 97? I want to say
No, 93, 94?
92. Wow, I was way off. So 92 to 2025. If we're going to release the 10th movie now, right?
Mhm.
That's a good stretch of years for us to drop in Evil Deads as opposed to like dropping them every other year. Right?
Sure.
So we could, we can circle back to my notion that the 10th movie honors both endings. That the 10th movie is a post-apocalyptic.
I feel like that would happen. I think that would come about earlier than the 10th movie.
Like the 7th one.
It might, yeah.
The reason I say this is that if you like, I kind of like the idea that he's chasing the Necronomicon through time and space, essentially, right?
Mhm.
That like, because then we can have a Western Evil Dead, and then we can have like
Sure.
we could have, because of the success of the Evil Dead franchise in 2013 or 14, they did an Ash and the Marvel Zombies, like that happened.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That the success of the MCU corresponded with the success of the Evil Dead, that they allowed a crossover movie that isn't MCU canon. And not out of the realm of possibility, because we're getting a Marvel Zombies cartoon series on Disney Plus.
Sure.
After the success of the one episode of What If.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the Ash and the Marvel Zombies is a cinema release animated movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still canon to the Ash franchise.
Yeah.
That could potentially be fit into our movies here. But much like we approached Speed, and the demand says to make a 10th one, let's just assume we're building up our franchise to this 10th movie, right?
Okay.
Do you want to do that again?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you got? Like, where's your heart take you here? Shop smart. He lost his hand.
Yeah.
He's got a chainsaw hand.
God, I just want to make the TV show.
Oh no, we better do something else then. If you can't let it.
It was so genius.
I know.
It was so literally, because he had a wooden hand for like the first several episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a guy who works at the store with him, and he thinks he's great. He actually believes all of his stories and all that kind of stuff. And later on, they make a glove for him.
It's metal, right?
Yeah. They basically make him a robot glove, so that he can have a hand again. Never mind that they made it out of scrap in a cave. They made a very advanced bionic.
Okay. Okay. In Ash versus the Evil Dead,
Yeah.
the Necronomicon, is that the key MacGuffin to the whole show? Or is it the Deadites that are reoccurring that are the dead? Like,
It's the Deadites.
okay, so where's the Necronomicon in this story? Because there's another crossover we could have had.
Several things happen to it.
Okay,
They're
right,
also chasing that because they need to get it to be able to do the ritual to
Okay,
end it all.
so the Necronomicon that is in the Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise is technically the same Necronomicon that Ash used in the film series. It is separate from the television series, but I believe technically they tried to
I feel
build
way
canon.
more comfortable trying to build off of those.
Right, and that's where I was going to go. Is like, let's follow the book, not Ash.
Okay.
Let's make the Evil Dead series, as much as and we can figure out a way to
Mm-hmm.
get Bruce Campbell back into the mix if you want, but we could build the franchise separate from Ash, which is what they've just done. Of the
past couple movies.
The past couple have been
right because the Evil Dead, it had a stinger of Ash saying groovy, which that suggests he would be in the next one, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee it because, well, it doesn't guarantee it. And then Evil Dead Rise happens, and that was that we are recording. uh, and that I lost my train of thought. So in Evil Dead Rise, the backstory provided is a bunch of monks
And,
got the book.
and it was a separate book.
Oh, it was a separate.
Yeah, it
oh,
was that.
perfect.
Yeah, because there's two Necronomicons or three. There might be three. I can't. My lore for Evil Dead is slight. So if I remember correctly, the Necronomicon.
That's another thing. I want to do a franchise you have more.
No, that's okay
of.
because I like Army.
Okay.
Army of Darkness was the first one I saw.
Okay.
And so I was already on board with time traveling King Arthur, a knight in a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court style of this. And I was like, this is great. Let me watch more of these. And then I watched Evil Dead 1. I was like, yeah. And then I watched Evil Dead 2, and I was like, split the difference. Okay. So like I am a fan of the series, and I didn't love The Evil Dead, but I really liked Evil Dead Rise. It was the right amount of awful fun.
Interestingly, I liked Evil Dead Rise, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. And I think I know why. Horror movies are the one venue where you don't have to follow the rules of karmic justice, but I like when they do. I'm not really explaining that. I like archetypes. Maybe I like formulas. Maybe that's the problem. I feel like that family didn't deserve what it got.
Yeah, they definitely didn't deserve it.
And it's not that most horror movies people don't necessarily deserve what they get. I'm explaining this terribly, and I just sound like I'm a big old party pooper about horror movies.
It was awful.
I felt bad.
They didn't deserve it. Yeah, absolutely.
It didn't make me feel good in a horror movie way, like, for example, the other Evil Deads did.
Because
and the only quote unquote problem with the Evil Dead was it was trying to redo the original, but sincerely. It wasn't. It wanted to be like, no, we can be a horror franchise. We're gonna be a cabin in the woods, bloody horror franchise. We're not gonna do tongue-in-cheek jokes. We're not gonna. They tried launching.
No slapstick. Yeah.
They tried launching that, and it didn't go over super great.
Which is the Evil Dead Rise is so darkly funny. Like it is funny in some sort of really awful ways.
Yeah.
But, which I'm okay with.
I know what it is that bothers me is the mother gets turned. She wasn't involved or aware at all.
Yeah, she was completely innocent.
Yeah. And you could say that about some of the other movies, but I feel like it's deserved is the wrong word, but it feels more aligned with like, okay, all of these kids are at this cabin, or the second one, his girlfriend is there at this cabin. She's a unwitting but knowing participant. Like it's not unfair is a weird way to put it, but Army of Darkness, the princess, she's sort of a part of the whole thing. So when she gets turned, it's a part of it.
It's just
it's like
the
specifically,
innocence,
the mom. She was so nice.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. And that is a level of horror that that movie managed to capture, where it's like none of these people deserve this at all.
Yeah.
And there's 3 books because there's 3 books on the altar in Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
There's 3 Necronomicons.
Sure, that might be why they were playing. I think that was the idea that they were playing with. But the thing is,
2 of them are fake.
That's the thing. In Army of Darkness,
because one tries to eat them.
One tries to, flies around and tries to eat him, and the other is a hole that sucks him in and gives him a long face. Why the long face?
So there's only the one real one, but it is the suggestion that there's more than one book, at least in the Raimi movies.
Is there?
Well,
I didn't think there was a suggestion that there was more than one until Evil Dead Rise.
No, because having the 3 books on the altar, even though 2 of them are fake, and
they're not just fake; they're not books.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm splitting hairs on what that suggests. Anyway, it's more or less like if we want to do this
because he was there and he was there to get
Right.
the real Necronomicon,
which he took back with him.
that was the third book, and,
Right.
and the thing is, before he grabbed it, he had to say the 3 words.
Mhm. But did the TV show stick to that there's one, or did the TV show suggest that there's more than one copy around?
There is one, and at a certain point, it is destroyed, and it basically rewrites itself on the skin of Pedro.
Okay.
It's awesome. Basically, it's so good. It's so dang good.
Well,
So good.
In Evil Dead Rise, so that's Lee Cronin directed that, and
No, Evil Dead Rise was Fede.
No, Fede Alvarez did the Evil Dead,
He did.
the one where it rains blood in 2000.
Oh, I thought.
2013. That's
Oh,
Fede
I thought
Alvarez.
he did the one in the
The most recent
in
one.
the apartment building.
No, Fede Alvarez did that one, and that one's so standalone. It doesn't contradict anything that happened in the Evil Dead movies before it, but it does kind of stand alone. Because
one could, because of when it takes place, one could
they coexist.
presume it's it is suggested that it's the same cabin.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing that contradicts the ones before it, so they can all exist together up to that point.
I believe so.
In 2023, the Evil Dead Rise, that's Lee Cronin. He confirmed that there was more than one book. That the book in Rise.
That was how he got a copy of it under this building in the city.
Yes, yeah.
Is I thought that was a convention. That's not the word.
The reason he
a thing that was made for that movie.
The contrivance. Yeah.
Contrivance. That was the word. Yeah.
The reason he contrived that second book is underneath the building, and that canonically there's 3 out there. I swear Sam Raimi has said confirmed there's 3. The reason he did that was to build into the lore. That
does sound familiar.
To build into the lore why the Deadites act differently through the course of the franchise, because each book would do something slightly different. Like he wanted to plant that there's at least the 3 books exist, so that the effects of the Deadites can be different in each installment, whatever he does. So, do you want to keep talking Evil Dead? Do you want to try to build this out? We can move to something like Pumpkinhead if you want.
No. I actually know even less about Pumpkinhead. I like where this conversation is going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. So the first book is in this cabin in Michigan.
So we have 5, and we have 5 movies already. Because if we count the 3 Evil Dead with Ash, and then the Evil Dead, so we have 5 movies to exist in this universe.
So the original well-known copy is in a cabin in Michigan, right? That's even if I remember Evil Dead Rise, we get an opening where they're in the cabin, and
that's where she finds the damn thing.
Yeah,
right? She gets there because the girl who goes on the trip is more or less infected as she leaves for the trip.
Yeah, but she didn't have the book with her.
I don't think so. I don't remember her having it with her. No.
This is going to go real well with us just going on what we.
I don't know. I don't remember. Well, also, there's a hiccup here. If we do pursue this with all these 5 movies in canon, where do we place the other 5 movies around it?
Oh, after.
Okay, so we're just going to
we're just going to continue. So my thought, I wanted to verify where the 2 books were.
Okay,
and
go ahead.
Sort of the timeline, because if we're going to do this, I think the next movie, we need to go to the 3rd book.
Okay.
So we get to decide where that 3rd book is.
Okay. All right. So where are the books? There's one in Michigan. Okay.
They were in a city. It might have been New York. I don't know. When there's a city, it's usually New York.
Okay. So if we take the show out of it, and that's the only thing I haven't seen, so that's good. The first book, Ash's book, is in Evil Dead 2, and it's found in a cabin, and that unleashes the Deadites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Army of Darkness, Ash discovers 3 books at the altar, but only one is the real one, right? And he takes that back to the castle. And then by the end of Army of Darkness, the book...
Okay, so if we're going to try to... that means the 3rd one, if we want to honor that, if we want to do the original thing you were saying, that means the other book is with Ash below... Because that was in England. So it's buried with him in England until the future.
Well,
until the end of the world.
We should honor the theatrical ending, which is he makes it back home, but he leaves the book behind.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Okay. So we don't know for sure because he's telling the story at work.
It's let's go off of my memory. Yes, he could be an unreliable narrator, but let's take it for his word as it is.
Sure.
The book is buried under a castle in London.
I should rewatch Evil Dead Rise.
Okay, so that's Ash's book. Ash's book is underneath a castle in London.
Sure.
Okay. So then from Evil Dead, the main character's name, it's something like oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna admit something to you, Jim.
Uh-oh.
This is the main character of Evil Dead's name is Maya. And that is why I selected it for our character's name in The Demon Detective. So she discovered the book in the creepy cabin.
So that means that has to be a second book. That's not the original book.
Yeah, that's the Deadites are summoned during the weekend there, and by the end she survives. The book isn't destroyed. It rains blood for like 15 minutes. It rains blood very significantly in the movie. And I love that they did that in studio. It's awesome. But it's in the cabin still. Yeah. She leaves it behind. So you got a castle under London and a book under a castle in London and a book in a cabin.
Mm-hmm.
So that means the third book was the one found in Los Angeles.
They're in Los Angeles? You found that? Okay. Sorry, I'm also trying to quickly find some crib notes.
The kid found the bank underneath there was the earthquake, and then he found the
that's right, because the earthquake. Well, I thought that's what was weird about the earthquake is because an earthquake shouldn't happen where they were.
They were in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, but he finds the bank vault underneath the apartment complex.
Yes.
So that's the third book. So we can move the London book or the cabin book if you want to do a movie about I think we just stick with the London book and someone is trying to find it.
Wait, London, cabin, and Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, those are the three books.
And the end of the end of Evil Dead Rise, the characters from that are going to that cabin. Like, wasn't the conceit of it that it was a prequel? Like, the whole movie actually took place before the opening?
Because the opening shows the girl over the lake, and then it flashes. We don't know it till the end of the movie.
Yeah,
because it's a cold open, and then the end of the movie, he finds it in the bank vault. He puts the vinyl records on that have all the priests talking, including a voice cameo by Bruce Campbell.
Yeah,
and then she basically gets infected and leaves for her cabin trip, and that connects it to the beginning of the movie.
But it leaves the record and all that stuff there
underneath the collapsing apartment building.
Yeah.
So there's the whereabouts of these three books. One under a castle that Ash left behind in the Dark Ages. Then one in the cabin, and then one underneath Los Angeles.
Yeah. Okay, so we know where all three are. We generally know the stories of all three.
Mm-hmm.
Then, so the Evil Dead is rising. Do we do an apocalypse story? Do we do the end of the world?
So for these 5 movies are canon, so we're looking at a 6th. If the results of that London situation, this might cleave close to the show, but let's activate someone who's chosen to I know what this is, or I have some knowledge of this. We need to fight this. We need a Necronomicon.
There's only one chosen, and it is Ash.
Okay.
Literally, it's in the Necronomicon. They tell us the story.
Yeah.
A man will rise who will be chosen, he has the chainsaw hand and everything.
Wow.
So it's Ash. So he's
the
chosen one.
Which movie?
I think that's an Army of Darkness.
Okay, I don't remember that. Okay, so
it actually might even be an Evil Dead.
If Karate Kid can do it, we can do it. We can make Ash part of the film series separate from the TV series.
I don't think we need a chosen one. I don't want to do a chosen one.
I wasn't suggesting chosen one. I wasn't suggesting. I was just saying that
you said some words that triggered me.
Sorry, Jim. I'm saying we have someone who's we need to fight these undead things, and through historical knowledge or whatnot, we need one of these books. And my studies have shown me that there's one underneath a castle in London. Go to that castle, the book is gone. Or that's the movie, is that we have a haunted castle movie with zombies.
I want here's the direction I'm thinking. We do Evil Dead Reign, and it is about the rise. Even though the previous one was called Rise,
Yeah.
Basically, we're going to end the world.
Okay.
The Deadites are going to end things because there isn't a chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, with the movie we do after that, that will be the follow-up to... oh, well, no, because you didn't want to bring him in right away. Basically, I was going to say that's where Sleepy Ash
Shows
can wake up into the apocalyptic world.
That's, I mean, if you want to enter him into the equation here, that's fine.
Okay, how about this instead? So we don't do Evil Dead Reign yet.
Mm-hmm.
We do another one. I actually think we follow. Yes, we have some researchers. We have some people in the know. They go to Los Angeles and they pick up the book and the recording from there.
Okay.
The thing is, the dead are free, and so they can even have an encounter with the dead, like some remaining dead there in the building, because it suggested that there was still evil going on in that building.
Just collapsed, yeah.
Do some swallow your soul stuff, but they get enough information that they need to follow this family. They didn't all die here. Where did they go? Because they're touched by it. That's what's going to lead them out to Michigan.
To the cabin. Yeah.
Well, to hear stories. Not necessarily that cabin. I'm thinking this is where they go and they meet Ash Williams, a smart employee. Because you wanted to have both endings of Army of Darkness happen, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get modern Ash involved first.
Great. Yes, I agree.
And I'm going to do everything I can to not just do the TV show.
Okay, and I had said this while we were both talking at the same time. Karate Kid is currently came out with Karate Kid Legends and ignored Cobra Kai. So I'm saying,
Sure.
So it's like, okay, we're going to ignore the TV show. The TV show can exist separate from the film franchise. So Ash versus Evil Dead still exists.
Oh.
Are you okay with that?
Mostly, like if I could really have my druthers, I would fold
fold
that
them in.
as
Okay.
well. But I don't know that I can do that.
Then that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our 5-minute break right
Okay.
now. You can think about this. And
Okay.
I've taken some notes for myself because I'm approaching this from structure. I'm approaching this from a more objective point of view than you, which is fine.
Yeah.
This will help us bounce back and forth. But let's take a quick break here so you can see if you can do some mental gymnastics to make this all work into one thing.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back after these messages. Is this your Back to the Future?
It might be. I think I might not have even realized it. This might be my Back to the Future.
Right, because it's a scenario of like, don't do this, but we're doing it. And we've committed to doing this at this point. We're nearly an hour into the episode. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. Because I have not seen the show, I would like to just, if we can, and I was trying to sell that to you before, the show can exist independent of this film franchise. If that's okay. And Ash can have a canonical Ash in the movies.
And a canonical Ash in the show.
TV series.
Okay.
If you'll allow me to do that.
Yeah.
If there's a way for you to fold it all together, I'll be perfectly content with that. But maintaining the 5 existing movies and moving to the 6th that you were suggesting, that this new group of character and or characters, we could have 2-3 people that go and find Ash in.
Well, let's quickly sketch. We have 5. We got to make 5 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's quickly sketch them out.
Okay.
So I'm thinking 10 shouldn't be when the Ash timelines reconvene.
No, I actually have an idea of when we should do that.
That should be 9.
I was going to say 8, but that's okay.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what? Never mind. Let's make it 9.
Okay.
That's okay. I just have a notion of how we can do this.
Because so my thought is
Oh yeah, actually just thought of a title for it too.
So we technically, if we want to take it as an official tease, we teased Ash at the end of The Evil Dead.
Right.
We then
Groovy.
have Evil Dead Rise. No, I don't think there was a stinger at all for that.
No, I don't believe so.
So then going into our sixth movie, I think should sort of tie these plots up. So with what you said, that means there is an Ash in, I believe it's Dearborn, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The last we saw of him was in 1992. He was working at S-Mart.
Yeah.
With his boomstick on his back and his wooden hand, because I think he didn't have his medieval contrived bionic hand
Right.
there. I think that technically he doesn't lose it. We don't know what happens to it.
Yeah, he's back at S-Mart at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
All hail the king, baby.
So
a deadite. He kills a deadite, kisses the girl.
So what has he been up to for the last 30 years? Yeah. The simplest answer is managing an S-Mart.
And the occasional thing that draws his attention.
Okay, you think he still pays attention to that kind of stuff?
I would even go so far as to say that he is aware of the events of The Evil Dead, but didn't get involved.
Why?
I don't know.
I can come up with it.
Yeah.
So Ash, canonically and by Bruce Campbell's own description, he is a buffoon.
Yes.
Right. The whole notion of Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, it's the same Ash. He is that much of a dummy that he would take his girlfriend back to the same cabin that this terrible stuff happened in.
He's just a dum-dum.
Right. Like he forgets he can't remember 3 words.
Yeah. I love it. And I think that when this
he's a classic himbo.
Yes,
is what he is.
That's good. In the 6th movie, when they reach him, if our cast of characters or trio or duo go to the cabin trying to connect the dots, come across him, and once they find out this guy exists and he enters the equation, we can have a moment of like, well, what have you been doing for the past however many years? And getting a montage of what an idiot he's been for, like, the occasional, like, essentially, like, giving it the history of Ash crammed into a montage and seeing his brief moments of intersection with deadites or supernatural things. And here's the thing: we still need to maintain the character's core so that we don't get a Last Jedi situation here and piss people off. Like, I don't want him to be. He's given up. It's just, I never thought to chase it down.
Sure, because he doesn't. It comes to him.
Right. And so when it rained blood,
because he is in the book as the one who will defeat the evil.
Yeah. So when it rained blood a few years back, he thought that was weird.
You want that to be a regional thing and not just it took place over those woods?
It took place within the scope of the cabin and whatnot. So so he was like, yeah, it rained blood. I thought that was pretty odd. Like something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I suppose that is the place to do it. You're injecting the humor back in with Ash.
Yes.
So that the humor follows Ash. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes some sense.
And what I also would like is, despite him being a himbo, and despite him he doesn't actively chase this stuff, these two, 3 characters are going to, we're chasing this down. The trouble that you have experienced, that you're coming with us, whatever way they convince him to hit the road, he is fully capable of fighting. He is still the king. So like when it comes to fighting, I don't know how the show handled it, but I want him to still be, like, he's not on the back foot. When he gets thrown into the mix, he's like, oh yeah, I remember how to do this shit. And it's all slapsticky.
Actually, so to that end, I don't think he knows. As funny as that is, he doesn't know about the raining blood. He doesn't know about the cabin. He doesn't know, because the people who were dealing with that, they were doing everything they could to suppress it. They're not like whatever the church of the area was. They're not doing anything to. They're doing everything they can to contain the evil.
Cover it up and contain. That's fine.
And so I think Ash doesn't know about it. He only knows about when the deadites show up in his area.
Okay, yeah, and he can kick their asses.
Yeah,
and he's just he's aged, so he's not as capable as he once was, but he still can kick some ass.
Yeah,
and he does it with a joke and a smirk and one-liners and all that.
But like the Ash of the previous movies, so.
I'm not making him John Wick. Here. I'm not making him John Wick, but
the way we're talking about this is like he actually gets introduced pretty early. I'm thinking we don't do that with 6. 6 is mostly following these other people, and somewhere in the second act,
yes, that's
is
what
where
I'm thinking.
they encounter him, and he denies the call.
Okay,
right? He's like, no, I take care of what shows up on my doorstep, but if you're saying this is in Los Angeles. This is bigger than me now,
it's
so
2,000 some miles away.
This
no,
is
thank you.
This is on you.
Okay.
And they like, fine, you're not the hero we thought you were. They have to go on their own way. So, we can go back to him a couple times so that it's not a literal Deus Ex Machina. But basically, I think he comes in at the very end of 6 and saves whoever's left.
Sure.
Right. So we have our gaggle of researchers. And they get picked off and die as this movie goes. And at the end, Ash shows up.
I'm here to
and he does the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm here to save all of you. Well,
and there's
who's ever left.
Yeah. Yeah. So then in 7,
wait.
we will have him.
I'm gonna name 6.
Okay.
Evil Dead Legends.
Isn't that the name of a video game?
I don't care. We've done this before, and also, yeah, it's. I'm not going to call it Evil Dead Legacy. We already used that for Star Trek.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Evil Dead Legends because they're following the legends of the Deadites to narrow down where the books are, and the Legend of Ash Returns.
I'll think about this for a while. I don't need to think about it right now. Okay. That's fine.
But yeah, but getting him near the end there, so that I'm here to save all of you. Well, whoever's left, he saves the day, and now we have our
6. And our hero. Our hero is back.
Okay, so then Evil Dead 7 is Evil Dead Reign?
Evil Dead Reign, and then... Sure.
Okay, so what do you imagine for 7? Do they hit the road to get to London, and then we can have our European adventure of getting that book?
The only thing I have in mind is basically, this is the Empire Strikes Back. This is the evil wins in the end here. Right? So, because... to make it match the other end of Army of Darkness, literally the world is rubble and there's demons flying through the air and the sky is red.
We have to get to that. I think that okay, so yeah, they fail at the end of this so that 8 the apocalypse has begun.
Oh, I was thinking the apocalypse is done.
By 8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The reason is that I think if we're catching up to the other Ash in 9,
oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Then 8 would destroy the world.
See, yeah.
So in 7, this is the collecting the books.
So 7 is Evil Dead Worldwide?
Well, I was Evil Dead Reign, but yeah.
No, Evil Dead Reign is the apocalypse.
Oh, okay. That's what you want to name the last movie. Got it. Okay.
Well, I want to name the one where the Evil Dead take over the world as Evil Dead Reign or Evil Dead Reigns.
Okay, so then
because that's where they would.
So then 8.
Yep.
Okay, because 9 is when we're bringing other Ash in, and I want to call that one Return of the Army of Darkness.
Okay.
No?
No, that's fine.
Okay. I mean, we don't need to argue about the names of these movies, but
my concern is that cleaves a little too comedic, but it's fine.
Okay. It won't be, though.
What?
It won't be.
No, Return of the Army of Darkness, no.
Yeah, Return of the Army of Darkness. That's going to be fun, and it's horrifying.
I was suggesting 7 be...
Only innocent people die in that one.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. All through eye horror. Mutilation of eyeballs.
The eye deadites.
Yeah. Continue.
The deadites.
Sorry.
So it doesn't have to be my notion for 7 is worldwide because they literally it's our world hopping
Evil Dead worldwide.
It's our ocean hopping adventure. We literally just
so you're gonna call it. You want to call it Evil Dead worldwide?
That was the idea.
I like the notion that they get to Europe. They get to see they go back to the castle, and he's like, I've been here before. Yeah, we know. That's why we're here.
Why wouldn't it have to end there if they meet him in?
if they meet him in 6, then number 7 takes them on the road. So yeah, like the climax of the movie
7.
should take place in 7 in Europe somewhere at the castle to get the book.
But if it's at the castle, that means they will have met Future Ash.
Oh, because he comes out of the
sarcophagus
or whatever.
Yeah, with the book.
Okay, then they do not go to London in this one. They go to the London in the 9th one.
Okay. Crap.
So they go back to
That's
LA.
an extra movie to. Well, hang on. Maybe not. Because they would have picked up everything they needed from LA. So 6 is traveling to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
7 is we've gotten modern Ash. And what do we do with him? Because if we get both Ashes in 9, and they stop the end of the world,
mm-hmm.
10 is cleaning it up.
Well, no, because the end of 9, he shows up and goes, "I slept too long," and they catch up to him.
You want that to be all the way at the end?
Like, well, in 9, when
Future
Ash shows up,
Future Ash
shows up. Then he shows up and it's an apocalyptic landscape.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my God." So we have all that terrain to play in so that if the movie starts with him, "Oh my God, I slept too long."
Oh, that's why I was saying 8 was the apocalypse. Because then in 9 they get him early and we get the whole movie with 2 Ashes.
I'm suggesting that for 9 so that in 10 we can end the series. They save the world.
Okay.
Like 9, that they team up and we get a whole movie with more or less with the 2 Ashes for the whole movie, and they have all the pieces in place to complete the story.
You're right.
Yeah. And then you got the death of the Evil Dead, or whatever you want to call it. It's good. Yeah. Death of the Evil Dead. So Evil Dead 6, 7 is worldwide. Like, yeah, the question of like what to do with 7 is one of these can be like like almost tangential, where it's like, do we want to do any time jumping in one of these, so that like if 7 jumps them worldwide, but they're jumping through time or something like that, where it's like Deadites through different points in history that the Necronomicon or however it's being utilized.
Oh, that's right. That was the thing you wanted to.
Well, I'm just suggesting it to play with the fun that the Marvel comic did, where he's jumping through and trying to chase the Necronomicon through time and space. We could do that with one of these movies where we spend using a time turner in one book and destroying it in the next, so you never have to have a time turner again situation, where it's like if whatever villain we craft for, say, the 7th movie, if they hit the road and they're if they hit the road and they are trying to like pick off pockets of Deadites, and like there's other action happening here we can't account for, and then send them through time and space in the 8th one, and then lock that up to have I don't know. It's multiverse time travel stuff, and like I don't know if that's played out at this point. I just like the notion of Ash versus the Evil Dead in different time periods.
Okay.
Alternatively, the reason the world comes to an end is that all time and space collapse in on each other, and portals open, and freaking cowboys and Vikings and everything are spilling through. I don't know. What do you got?
Okay, so 6 is them going to Michigan, getting slaughtered. Ash joins at the very end.
Right.
7, 8, and probably most of 9 is shenanigans. It's which is a terrible way to describe a whole bunch of movies, but so 7,
Ash and team.
Call it well, now that we have Ash, I mean technically everyone should be questionably disposable.
Mm-hmm.
Then to do this, we basically have 3 to 3.5 movies to play with jumping around.
Mm-hmm.
And why do we do so?
And lean more to the horror of this than I think the witty one-liners should break tension rather than just turn into a slapstick comedy. I still want some slapstick in just how Bruce Campbell would play this, but I think that it's better to
Yeah.
make this an upsetting, unsettling horror franchise, and that happens to have comedic moments in it. So having them shenanigan their way through 7 and 8, and then eventually 9 meeting, you call them Future Ash?
That just to differentiate it. Yeah.
Okay. We have Ash and then Future Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So like Evil Dead worldwide are on the road trying to collect. They're MacGuffining around the world, or at least to 5 to 7 locations, and giving us a globe-trotting adventure horror movie.
So what I'm struggling, like we can get there, but having it happen in Act 1 of the 7th movie feels contrived.
It
feels
what happened?
An event that causes us to traipse through the timeline.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's not do that in the 7th movie. The 7th movie could just be, let's set the status quo of this team and what they do. This could be drawing some inspiration from what the show was, which, as I understand, was a road show.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's basically what this 7th movie can be, is, the hit the road and tackle problems as they come or as they seek them out. With a crossover with the Winchesters from
Well, I guess I'll say the things I'm thinking, because I'm not sure where to go with it. In the first act, something happens to the Necronomicon that, like in Army of Darkness, the evil showed up and sucked Ash through time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking something similar happens and it sucks up the Necronomicon. Mm-hmm. Like our protagonists have realized they need that book to stop all this. They need to go somewhere. Don't know where. Maybe it doesn't matter where. We need to go back to where this all started, which technically is where we're currently ending 6.
Right.
So they start there.
Well, according to Evil Dead Rise, it started much further than that, because those vinyls were created in Mexico with a Necronomicon. So we could head south. If we need to go where this all started, Ash goes, I know exactly where that cabin is. I've always wanted to burn it down. Let's go. No. It didn't start there. That's just where the book ended up. We need to go where it started, or at least as far back as our research has taken us. We're going to Mexico. I don't have a passport. Ash. Something like that?
Maybe. Sure.
Anyway, you would suggest it, and we need to go back where we started.
Yeah.
Why?
Basically, my thought, and it ends up being just a video game plot, but the Necronomicon gets launched back in time and torn apart. So that's why they end up having to go to different times, different realities, to put together the different parts of it.
Piece it back together, yeah.
But that is more of a video game than a movie.
Okay. Well, no. This might be futzing with canon, but let's try this. The notion that the Necronomicon gets shredded and spread and sprinkled through time, and now they have to collect the artifacts. That could be the realization of oh, the LA book is actually pieces of this of the Alpha book that Ash had. Or okay, we had already discussed this, and I'm blanking. Where did we say the 3 books are?
L.A., Michigan, and England.
Okay. Because Ash lost that. Okay, so the L.A. book is different than the Michigan book. Yeah. So they have 2 books.
Oh, you want to say that they are literally written different? That they?
Yeah.
I guess, right? Because you said that was the notion. That's why the Deadites behave differently.
Yeah. So then the L.A. book, and then they collect the one in Dearborn. So now they have 2 books. If one of them gets torn asunder, I'm removing my notion that the LA book is actually the recreated Alpha book that got shredded. I'm taking that off the table. But having one of the books get yanked away, and then they can use the existing book to try to track it down, but that means reading passages from it, which is listen, this is a problem.
Oh,
we need to use the book to get the other books, and when we use the book, bad things happen.
Yeah.
So it's sort of how do we use this weapon effectively? It's gonna fuck us every time.
No, I like this. Okay, I like that. Yep, I'm in.
Okay. So the maybe one of the books gets yanked, and now it's
Yeah,
like,
and they're using the other book and its ability to connect to it
mhm,
to use it and the rituals in it, the incantations in it
yeah,
to follow
yeah.
it through time. Um, yeah.
Well, not through time, not through time and space, through the where the countries, like the.
Oh, no, I don't. I'd rather just start jumping to time and
Okay,
space.
okay, yeah, okay. Right in
Um,
the Act One.
I realize that might be overdoing time and space.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, if the so sorry, treat this like Mission Impossible. So Tom Cruise discussed this with um, McQuarrie. Whatever your MacGuffin is, the MacGuffin should be solved by the end of the movie, regardless of whether or not you plan a sequel. So like
sure.
7, they got the key. The end. MacGuffin for the next movie, use the key. Whatever. So with this, if the catalyst of the first act, we've hit the road, we see it cold open. They've been doing this for a few months to a year or so. The book gets yanked. The only choice we have is to use the second book to find the first one. Here we go. We cross the threshold into the action of this, which is popcorning us to collect the pieces through time. By the end of the movie, they've gotten the second book back, and they're back to the main return.
I see what you're saying. Okay, then let's do a road movie.
Okay, so before instead of popping through time, you're saying road. Okay,
So the road movie is we need to go to Mexico, and maybe it's more than that. Maybe they get to Mexico, and then they have to ping pong over somewhere else because that's not where the books were actually created and bound. Maybe they were created and bound somewhere else.
Here's just some. Okay, so where the book we knew the book was in 4 places, right? So like they can assume there's one in the castle, blah blah blah. Okay, so when the book gets yanked and they start using the existing book to track it down, they go from A to B to C to D, and then they realize it's a pentagram, like a pentacle.
I like that notion. It's not that they're using this book like a compass, like the book's over here now. Do 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
My thought is we need to go to where they were created to be able to go find that.
But once they get to the point where it's created, they have to utilize the existing book to.
I see what you're saying.
I just want the threat of that book to be real, and they have to use it. It's like we have no choice. Getting here didn't do it. There's only one thing we have that can help us find where to go to next, and it's this goddamn book.
Oh yeah, no. I guess my thought was one of the characters, the whatever professorial character has the book, and they're the one who's been entrusted to read through it to find answers.
Yeah.
Just don't read it out loud.
Yeah. Something like that.
And they're reading through it for most of this, and we see them getting corrupted. They may not be saying this stuff out loud,
It's
but they're
the
getting
guy
corrupted.
who was bit by the zombie and didn't tell anyone.
Pretty much, yeah. But the difference is they told him to.
Yeah. You guys told me to do this.
So that way, when they finally get to MacGuffin location,
Right.
They're like, okay, let's do the thing, and he basically like turns on them and casts them into time and space.
So the climax of this is so that the next movie is them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, but getting that climax go like if they hit 3 locations or whatnot, they move, and then our character who's been corrupting the whole movie lives up to the promise of what we've seen as the audience the whole time. They have a battle with him. I don't want this to just be a to be continued. There should be some victory. Think of like.
Have you not watched the Evil Dead movies?
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 was a to be continued. He was sucked through a portal.
You are right.
And then
this
Army of Darkness
you know
wasn't quite a to be continued,
You're right.
but it was a very soft closure.
There's more to come. Okay, yeah. Then never mind. Having them have a big badass fight at the end, but it ends with them getting ripped out of time.
Or at least Ash. We don't have we haven't named any other cast members.
Yeah.
Frankly, the TV show introduces characters that I'm so glad it did and I love following.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Ash getting new companions pretty much every chapter once Ash is back in, which is almost immediate in our next movie.
So we get to spend 2 movies with this new crew, and then
sort of. In 6, most of our new crew. I'm thinking 6. That's a good number. That's my favorite number. 6 people. At the end of 6, when Ash shows up to save them, he saves 1, maybe 2.
Right.
So then we have these 3, Ash and 2 people, going through 7.
Sure.
Maybe they pick up 1 or 2 more people.
Sure.
Go through 7. At the end of that, one of the original 2 has turned evil, so he doesn't count as part of our group.
Right. Good.
He's actually a big bad that won't be around for 7, but will be around for 8, and
we'll bring him back
further.
because the fight at the end. There could be a moment, and I know lean to the horror, but we're going to keep playing with the ashness of this. Of like, why won't you die? It's a thing I do. Fight. If Ash is able to save one of these characters, and then I just want a heroic ending to this movie before he's sent off to the to be continued.
Wait, which one?
7, the road movie, where
so he's okay. So at the end of the road movie,
he's sent away.
Book guy gets corrupted.
Yep.
Opens a portal to banish them all away.
Yep.
Ash is one that goes. I think if we have 1, 2, 3, if we pick up, I like big casts. If we pick up 3 more people, 2 can die before 2 can die before the end. 1 can die. Basically, I imagine in the portaling away.
Yeah, the climax of the movie.
1 person gets killed trying to defend someone else. Another person gets killed by the portal thing opening.
Yep.
And someone can make it through the portal with Ash.
Okay, all right.
So it's Ash and someone.
Yeah, one of the characters gets through. Okay, cool.
They're very likely not going to make it through the next one.
Sure. Okay, so that's now the path of the Evil Dead, because
that's not bad.
So we move into 8 now. 8, the Time of the Evil Dead, or
Past Lives.
Evil Dead Past Lives.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Past Lives. Okay. And this is going to be
that. Well, that's my first notion, but that suggests we have to do everything in the past. I do know that I don't know. I believe one of the stories in Ash versus the Army of Darkness comics, he goes into like a Tron-like future.
Isn't there a crossover with Escape from L.A. in one of his adventures too?
Maybe. He had a lot of.
There's a Freddy and Jason crossover one.
That's the other reason I'm really kind of wanting to. I'm glad you brought back up the jumping around, because if we can do a montage of a number of different places, and one of them that he gets dropped into is a Freddy and Jason scene.
Oh my God, that'd be great.
That's just a quick cameo, like
the Deadpool Wolverine.
He sees a knife glove and a hockey mask.
It's the Wolverine montage.
Kind of,
Deadpool, Wolverine.
yeah.
Destiny of the Evil Dead. Time of the Evil Dead. You said, what did you say?
I said past lives.
Past lives.
Less of a turning it into a sentence.
Lives of the Evil Dead.
These are the days of our Evil Dead. These are the days of the Army of Darkness.
Evil Dead Past Lives is good. And then so this is popcorning.
Yeah.
And so we just.
So the notions that are right, we're doing real broad brushes here.
Well, we have to. We're trying to do 10 movies, and we got
in like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
not even. So the types of places we pop to, right? We'll do an Old West. We don't do a medieval. Maybe do like a caveman.
Now the
where we do like a caveman one where it's Ash trying to get the book away from like a caveman, and we're going to ignore reality, and also there's a bunch of raptors.
It's Ash Jurassic Park. Like
basically.
We want to pop him into every movie franchise we can.
Sort of.
Still a horror franchise, or are we adventuring it at this point?
We're back with Ash, so it's
more
right.
Adventure.
He's a himbo, so it's a little more adventure.
Yeah.
Well, at this point we're definitely in Army of the Darkness Army of Darkness tone.
Yeah, this 8th movie is going to be much more adventure fun than horror.
But to that end, every place he pops, at least when we spend a significant amount of time there, an evil Ash is formed.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So in the first 2 movies,
yeah,
he lost his hand to the evil. In Army of Darkness, like literally an evil Ash birthed out of him, like a Siamese twin that he had to kill. I'm thinking what occurs to me in a Western one is literally a reflection in a window as he's walking through a ghost town at night or something like that. His reflection in a window turns and looks at him like becomes real, or a mirror or something, right? Because in Army of Darkness, it wasn't just the eye appearing on his shoulder and becoming evil Ash. There was also all the little homunculi ashes that attacked him in the windmill.
Yeah.
So I want to do that in each place he goes. He gets cloned somehow.
Oh, dude, yes,
is my idea.
Yeah, I love this. So he's basically sprinkling time and space with ashes, inadvertently. What's the main goal here? It's to get him back to main time.
At this point, he's chasing the book.
Yeah,
because the first place he gets flung to, it can be like, not again, right? And he can be there, and he can have heard about this book, and he's like, I got to get the book again. When he goes to get the book, like the book is more animated and active itself, or maybe it's possessing other people there.
This is the book that the guy
so it's
used.
him jumping through portals to get.
This is the book that corrupted our character at the end of 7, so that's what the little victory is, that Ash got pulled through, but he takes the book with him.
No. This is the other book, the book that they were going to
the
follow.
one that got snatched away. Got it. Yeah. Okay, great. And so he's
so this would be the Michigan book.
Got it. And
it was the LA book that corrupted our guy and is still in modern days.
Got it. And so he's chasing the MacGuffin through portals. The solution of this is he finally catches it and gets back to present day. Okay, so. In this, though, it needs to be a little bit more than just vignette after vignette. If you think Deadpool Wolverine's a great example of, we can have fun with that to a point, but then there has to be a clear cut. We got to get from here to here, and then here. Like the
sure. And so what pops into my head, the reason. So those are the things that happen in the movie, the story of the movie, the theme. Why is this happening? Why are we watching this? What the book is doing, the book is trying to get away from him because he's the chosen one destined to defeat it.
Yeah.
But also what the book is trying to do is to show him all of these other times and realities. In fact, so I know I said I want there to be a reflection of him where there's an evil one. But if you wanted to also have it be like Ash versus Marvel Zombies, where there is an Ash there, like, so to be more definitively jumping realities, not just through time, there can be an Ash there that the point is he fails. He fails and he dies. You see, Ash, you're always going to lose. You should just give up. Walk away. I'll let you walk away. You can be alive. You can have whatever you want. Just let the Deadites have the world.
So then it's a question of destiny. It's like, do I do what I'm told or not do what I like?
Do I do what's easy or do I do
what's right?
What's right? Yeah.
And if that ability to travel through time and space to get other dimensions, so we can get a Freddy versus Jason moment. We can actually, I think it'd be kind of cool to have just a brief moment of crossing over with Ash versus the Evil Dead, like the show, like he hits that show reality.
Sure.
Yeah. Do more multiverse traveling than Doctor Strange, please. Wait, who am I begging that to? We're writing this thing. Jim, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then him choosing, no, I'm not going to run anymore. In fact, I haven't been running. I've been running at this the entire time. I've inadvertently embraced my destiny. I am chasing this thing. I'm living up to the promise of the hero I'm alleged to be, like embracing his calling, so that when he finally does get the book, does he say the words right and then zaps back to present day where he was initially left off, but time has passed? Because then we can advance the timeline a little bit and have a little destruction as we get to.
No, I think well, either one of the other Ashes actually says the words right, or an evil Ash says the words right.
Yeah.
Either way, whoever does it gets killed, but after the portal opens,
Yeah.
but before they can do anything.
Yeah.
And so Ash and the book get sucked back to modern reality by the proper words, not said by our Ash.
Because he wouldn't do it right, no matter how many chances
Pretty
he gets.
much,
Yeah. And when he returns, in the brief time he was gone, he discovers, like he back in the temple that he left in.
Because that's 8, right?
Yep, and back in the
so
temple
9.
that he left in the brief time he was gone in this little hop.
Okay.
The spread of our evil main character, our evil character who was corrupted by the book, has already begun to destroy the world. Because now we're entering movie 9, where the world.
This is Evil Dead Reigns.
This is no. I thought that's what you wanted to name the last one.
No.
Evil Dead Reigns. Okay, then yeah.
Evil Dead Reigns is the Infinity War.
Got it. Okay.
Of the franchise.
And this is where Future Ash catches up. This is where we. Okay, so all right.
Yeah.
I wanted to call it Return to the Army of Darkness.
Oh.
You call the last movie Evil Dead Reigns. Where are you?
I'm trying to figure out that. Well, no, because
I've been taking notes, so
I thought Ash, Future Ash, returns for the end, right?
I thought you wanted him in movie 9 and 10. You just wanted him for 10?
You convinced me to have it be the last one because if we have modern Ash and Future Ash teaming up, to stop the apocalypse,
I had said,
what's after that?
Well, I had suggested that they meet in 9, like Infinity War style, and then defeat everything in 10. So we get 2 movies with them. It doesn't have to be that. That was just my suggestion minutes back. That I'd said that the cold open to 9 is I slept too long, and then meeting the Ash that we've just gone these.
We don't have to have one called Evil Dead Reigns. I do like the idea of the last one being called Evil Dead Ends.
Evil Dead Ends? Evil Dead Ends! Yeah, that's good.
Although it should probably be called Evil Dead X, right? Because that was the whole...
It doesn't have to be.
Demand. Evil
we
Dead
can just
X.
put an X behind it.
Okay.
Because it's like a dead end, an X.
All right.
Yeah.
So 9 can be the Evil Dead Return of the Army of Darkness.
Ooh. Yeah. Evil Dead Return of the Army of Darkness. But yeah, so he succeeds with his time hopping, time and space hopping. He gets back. The crumbling of society has begun. So then when 9 begins, we can pass some more time so that the world is falling apart. So that when Future Ash catches up.
Is this another road movie where it's Ash having to go to England?
Yes. Yeah, I think this is
where he knows he has to find the other Ash.
He knows he has
to find the third book.
Yes, and he knows where it is. He finally can put his smarts to use. He's like, now that I think about it, or they've deciphered that's where it was.
Well, it's not even necessarily. Yeah, there's no reason that he would have necessarily forgotten him. Like, hey Ash, 3 movies ago, where's the book?
Yeah,
I don't know. 3 movies. Oh, I just remembered.
And our researchers could have figured that out anyway. Or maybe
even when he shows up, they could be like, Ash, we've been looking. Where do you know where the third book is? Mm-hmm. And he could be like, yeah, it's in England where I left it in the
Dark Ages.
Yeah,
I left it in the past.
When I left it with all the what does he call them? Primitive. Listen up, you. Oh my God! everyone say the quote at the same time. Listen up, you primitive screwheads.
I left it in the Dark Ages, with
those primitive screwheads.
Yeah, time progressed,
and so it would have been So it's where I left it. It's in England.
Yeah. So then movie 9 can start with our cold open of
it's then it's a road movie through the apocalypse.
Kinda like as the world is currently falling apart, and he makes his way to London. Let's get to Europe as fast as possible. So the majority of the movie takes place in the fallout of.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. No, great. Yes. I know he's already killed him like twice. We can have Evil Ash, like the original Evil Ash from the Army of Darkness, come back so we can get his bone sword and his bone helmet and bone armor and all that.
So then future Ash can use that, and Ash Prime can be. So now we got these two Ashes. One's young.
But well, what I'm saying is because it's Return of the Army of Darkness, we can play on we can kind of revisit all of the tropes and characters from Army of Darkness.
And also I think, what do you think of this? Not just that, like bring back some of those, but also we just spread Ashes all across time and space. There's an army of dead right there. We don't have to have all of them, but he just
okay, sure, yeah.
Having some of them pop back up because even though he moved through time and space or whatnot, there could be
almost do a Two Towers kind of movie where we get to England fast enough, but the whole thing is this is a siege.
Yes, yeah.
And the siege will be against an army of darkness. I've fought one of those before. Yeah. Not like this. You haven't.
This one's so much more handsome than what you were think it's going to be.
And so then we can have all the Deadites as they were, right? The army of skeletons, along with the flying demons. But then we also get revisitations as portals open from his traipsing through time and space. So them popping in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have ourselves a Two Towers Battle of Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Two Ashes and whoever the hell he recruited in this movie.
Do we go full a full not Two Towers, but a full Return of the King, where like they get a ghost army of Eric I think it was Eric the Red.
Yeah.
Shows up as ghosts.
Maybe
to help fight along with. I don't think his name was Merlin, but I'm just going to call him Merlin.
Whatever we do have to top in the 10th movie. Just bear that in mind. I don't know how we end this series, but this was the whole. This is what we were all leading up to. Is this moment right here? So having them succeed the battle but not win the war, having a Helm's Deep type.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Evil Dead ends.
Oh, then no. I want to save the traipsing guys for the last one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then Return of the Army of Darkness is just the skeletons.
We just revisit Army of Darkness tropes.
Yeah. So then
Evil Windmill.
Yeah.
Mini Ashes.
Mm-hmm. The Hand
and Evil Ash.
Yeah, having that be the main battle for the Evil Dead Return of the Army of Darkness.
We could even have a ghost or two. Maybe it even doesn't necessarily have to be the ghost. Like we could even they're trying to use magic through time to help us here in the future. I don't know what this voice is.
It sounds just like whoever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But our heroes win at great loss.
Yep.
The apocalypse is all around us.
Ash has 2 books.
Yep. The third
now
book.
He has to find, or he has to go to that third book.
Yeah.
Maybe it's very
and
obvious.
Our big final villain is the possessed guy from L.A.
Yeah.
Or possessed character from L.A.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But, so he has the 2 books. Future Ash wakes up, basically at the end of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I slept too long. Yeah, you did.
Welcome to the party, pal.
How do we explain that there's 2 Ashes?
It
worked in the reality hopping, but why is it happening here? Why now?
Because there's a
why
fracture.
In this reality?
There's a fracture. Well,
okay,
there's no,
okay.
Yeah.
Then we need to address that somewhere in the movie. That all of this has fractured reality.
In 8, it allows us to explain the science of this.
That's what I'm saying. We will need to say that.
Yeah. Because you had suggested there's a second Ash that tells him, hey, just leave, walk away from us. You.
Oh no, I was saying the book tells him that.
Oh, I thought you were saying an Ash tells him that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah, that's what I was listening when. That's what I thought you said. So then we've already established in 8 that there are multiple Ashes all around.
Yeah.
Borrowing from the Marvel comics. So that there was just a fracture point at the end of Army of Darkness where one version of reality he went home. So that we are canonizing.
Yeah.
The alternate ending.
Both endings. Yeah.
So that everyone gets their cake and more cake.
And more cake. Yeah.
So then,
all of the evil cake and the dead cake.
So we have an old Ash and a young Ash, and youngish. a 1992 Ash and a...
No, they're both 2025 Ashes.
Well, no, the one who slept too long when
He
he
just
woke...
has real long hair because he didn't have a haircut that whole. He Gullivered.
Right.
Not wait, Gulliver? Yeah, no.
Rip Van Winkle.
He Rip Van Winkled.
But Bruce Campbell was in his 30s or 40s when he in 92.
Yeah.
And that's what he looked like.
Yeah.
And our current Ash Prime is in his 60s going into his 70s.
Sure.
So we have these two Ashes.
Is he that old? Yeah. Okay.
And so now these two, we're going into our finale. Where's the finale going to take place? Do we go back to Los Angeles where our more or less our villain...
I know we went there with 6. No, we got to go back to where it all started.
Back to the cabin?
Yeah.
I know. Man,
I know you don't like back to where it all started.
No. I like that. I like that. It's like we got to go back to where it started. Mexico again? No, Ash. Back where this all started.
Well,
yeah.
Future Ash should be like, Mexico?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, we're going back to the cabin, the original cabin location. Yeah. That is essentially the hellmouth that is at the end of Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. Yeah. And boy, how do we top freaking Helm's Deep in 9?
With a Helmsier Deep.
Helmsier Deepsier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either, but we also
just do a bunch of member berries.
A lot of callbacks to the entire franchise.
Callbacks to the franchise we just made up. Yeah.
Something we didn't discuss at all is that bringing back Maya from The Evil Dead. She did survive it.
Yeah.
So having her involved in some capacity. Yeah, this is the opportunity, and also Evil Dead Rise.
By survive, I was pretty sure at the end of that she was evil. We also didn't resolve the kids leaving Los Angeles.
Yes, that is Evil Dead Rise. So that they are also out there as well. So,
but I think it's important to go back to Michigan, back to that cabin.
Yes.
And essentially, we because of that, we have 3 bad guys. That we have the one we made, the guy with the book. We have Maya, and we have the 1 or 2 people from Rises.
Right. Yeah. So there's and we broad stroked through all this and followed Ash through this story, but there's a way for us to weave in the lore of the other 2 movies. So the Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise. There is a way to,
especially in because we didn't show much of the world being taken over, but with
in 6 when we meet Ash.
Sure, the notion was they went back to the cabin.
Yes, yeah.
But the thing is, without having said it, the insinuation is that Ash kills Maya there.
Yeah,
maybe that still happens, and maybe our evil guy puts her back together.
Yeah, and it's fun for the actress to return. Be like, oh, whoa, they brought her back. They resurrected her. That's good. The dead don't die.
They don't. Dead by dawn.
Dead by dawn. Figuring out a way to top a castle siege. We might not even have to worry about that specifically because it's a lot.
So I took the reprisals of 8 off the table from 9, so to put them on the table for 10. That's where alternate evil ashes start coming out of the woodwork. We didn't do, and granted, I know, again, we did very broad strokes just for the general pitch of the movie. And I'd want to hit a lot of the sort of beats and iconography of Evil Dead in each of these. But what doesn't happen in Army of Darkness, thus also not Return of the Army of Darkness, but we would do here is a lot of the Evil Dead tropes. The forest itself comes to life.
Yes, yeah. And spread like big, gnarly, like it's spreading.
And like we now that we have all the CG in the world, we can like show that it's more than just the local forest at this point. It's the world. The world has fallen to the Evil Dead. How do we stop them? How do we do this?
Yeah.
And I guess actually most of our movie is once again a road movie, getting from England to America to
that cabin,
Michigan.
So that the climax, returning trip and hitting some of the land, like the spaces we might not, set pieces, like having a set piece in an airplane or on a ship, like whatever the crumbling world, hitting some of those sets, so that like the climax of the movie almost feels small because we're going back to this woods and we have to fight through the woods, and then we get to the cabin, and there's the cabin just sitting there as small as it was in the first movie, and this is where the finale is going to take place, and it doesn't have to be we've already topped the castle and just traveling to this location.
And also at each of those places, that we don't have to save all the characters that we've named for the end.
Yeah,
they could have been sent to kill Ash.
Sure.
Before he gets here.
Yeah.
Right, so we can have a fight on a plane with one of them, with Maya.
Right.
How is it raining in a plane?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever the case, yeah. Like chipping people away as we get there. So then in the end, it's both Ashes. Do we sacrifice our older Ash Prime, so that younger Ash gets to be the hero? That's something to discuss right here. But in the end, it is Ash versus a singular Evil Dead, like the Evil Dead, right? Like it comes down to him versus the book, whatever the manifestation of the book is at this point. The new villain we created in the series in 7.
What do you think about the idea of? I mean, this would probably actually even be third act of our movie.
Mm-hmm.
It might be too late to introduce such a villain. What do you think about the idea of the villain we created in 7?
Yeah.
Like resurrects the dead there at the cabin, and one of them is the original professor, who, from the very first one, right?
From Evil Dead.
From Evil Dead, and he kills our guy. Suggesting that going all the way back to the original, the first guy to read the book and record it, at least in our series of movies, not necessarily in actual timeline.
Yeah,
but he is the
final boss.
The final boss, yeah.
Sure.
Sort of like a Lich returned.
Yeah.
Or is that too referential because it's a character we didn't see for 10 movies, and now we're supposed to be afraid of this guy who's probably an undead, pudgy old professor?
I can see that being not as satisfying as fighting a villain we created already. Having that character come back as the final lieutenant, like the final mini boss before facing the book, that's not bad. Because even in that, if the final moment before is facing off the professor also includes his friends from the first movie.
Would there be a way, also, as this is probably too contrived as well, the final climax of the movie is they get embroiled in a time warping thing where they are thrown back into the first Evil Dead, both Ashes, but they are invisible. Like we see them, they see them, but they're seeing young Ash and his friends interacting with things, and they're trying to stop them. They're trying, and there might be even deadites and spirits messing with them, but they're like, how do we change our destiny? How do we change the timeline? How do we stop this?
We stop the book from ever being opened.
Something like that. Is that also too much?
Not necessarily, but that could be something offered up. There's only one way to show me. This is it. I'm going to put it in front of you. The book, the character of the book, the villain we created, says this is what you can do. You can stop. You can change your destiny right here. So you were never involved, and Ash is tempted by that. But that won't stop any of this from happening because someone would have eventually read the book. There are 3 other books out there. Taking Ash out of the equation would actually let this guy win. It lets the book win if you remove Ash from the equation. Because if he never opened up the book, someone else would have, right? So he could be tempted by this and go, no, I can't. I can't choose this. This is not the path.
In the original, he didn't open it.
Right, he didn't know it, but he was there for it,
yeah.
And he is the hero of destiny,
the
hero of time, to use the Zelda term. But getting tempted with that moment, having that return to the first movie, member berry, Endgame, Avengers Endgame type thing, and him realizing that it actually would not save anything. It would actually end the world faster. So then he goes, no, and then chooses not to do that and actually lives up to his destiny. The trick here is we have 2 Ashes.
Okay. I was going to say, basically, they're offered a portal, but only one of them can go for MacGuffin reasons.
Yeah.
and so they one of them. I'm thinking Future Ash, right? They have a whole back and forth. Like I should go. I slept for the last 30 years anyway. I don't really have a life.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you deserve it. You live this one out. I've wasted the time. It's your turn.
Yeah.
And he turns to go, and Future Ash clonks him over the head or something. And says, I don't think so, buddy. I don't know. And he goes through.
So which one?
Future Ash. Future Ash sacrifices himself
Yeah.
by going into this member berries thing to. I was thinking to stop the recording from being read or being recorded or something or being played. While Modern Ash continues the fight here.
Okay, so that could be the plan, but so we can still have it. So Ash Prime stays. Future Ash goes back in time. Or is offered the visiting the first movie, that whole and then at the last minute realizes this was all a trap. They need to read that. Destiny still needs to be fulfilled, and he sacrifices himself to be torn asunder, so that everything plays out exactly as we've always seen it.
I just realized the book in England should be the book from Michigan because it got sucked through time with him. So the one in The Evil Dead is a book. It's a book from nowhere.
The third book. So there's the Ash's Necronomicon is trapped in the Middle Ages. Maya's Necronomicon is in the cabin. The Rise Necronomicon is in Los Angeles, or at least we put it in our characters' hands.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the one in the cabin
is not Ash's.
Poofed out of nowhere. That means there were two Necronomicons.
In the cabin. Because the one that they get in medieval times is the one from the cabin that went back in time with Ash. Okay. Could this we're building such a but it's horror movies and people can be forgiven of it. There's only ever two. That the book from London and the second one in the cabin is the same book, and Future Ash puts the book back so that they like something like that. Go ahead.
Maybe do it. He Captain America's?
He Captain America did, yeah.
The reason that came to mind is because my thought is, what if the reason the Necronomicons keep winning is because there are three of them, because the shorthand to have these conversations makes it all feel so trite.
Yeah.
But I don't mean it to be. What if the three Necronomicons are unto the Infinity Stones? One of them gives the Necronomicons the ability to manipulate time. One is, I don't know, the Reality Stone, and then another one is another one.
Okay.
But my point is, Future Ash goes through the portal closes. He has thus sacrificed himself, and we see Modern Ash fighting our bad guy, and the Necronomicon being... And I keep saying the Necronomicon because it's a thing that happens in the comics, and it might be silly in the movies. But the reason I said it wasn't an Ash that was telling him you can just give up, it's the book itself. It has a face on it. It starts talking to him. So it's the book itself that's possessing people. And anyway, Modern Ash is fighting the Necronomicon, and it keeps winning because it keeps maybe undoing things, right? Like he kills one person, and then that person just sort of like a moment later stands back up because you can't stop them. But then Future Ash in the Member Berries Echo kills the Necronomicon or the recording or whatever, preventing that from actually being read the way it was. And then suddenly Modern Ash
loopered
loopers essentially, and now the dead he kills don't get back up. Like somehow something reveals one of the Necronomicons has been destroyed. And now we just got to destroy two more. Or maybe we destroyed one earlier in the movie. We don't have to destroy all three at the end.
We destroyed one early in the movie, like an early victory.
Like maybe even at the beginning, the one from England is the one they destroy. Right, like Ash gets up, he's like, "What's going on?" Yeah, something like that.
Kill it right away. So we get one out of the way right away.
Yeah,
I love this idea of the echo effect of killing one of the books, but in order for everything to unfold as it should, okay, follow me on this. Future Ash going back to let the first movie play out, the tempting fate of undoing everything, and having a moment of clarity to go, there's 2 books here. This cabin has 2 books. If Maya found one in the cabin, and we're suggesting that's the same cabin, but that first book was launched to London, there are 2 books in here, so he can kill one of the books and the timeline can still play out exactly as it did. It means his friends have to die. He can't undo reality. If he kills the book, then it undoes everything. Everything.
I don't think we have to play with Back to the Future rules.
Okay.
I don't think we need to maintain a timeline.
Okay.
What do you think about the notion of however we do it, he kills all 3 books, it goes away, and he's just left in a cabin in the middle of the day. And there can be dead bodies, there can be all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he wanders into town, and there's no record of any of that stuff.
So Future Ash is left on a timeline.
Future Ash is dead and gone. He is gone with the member berries.
Yeah.
Cabin echo.
And you said he kills the book in the past, and
yes,
it obliterates that.
Yep. And then modern Ash destroys the last book, which destroys the evil.
Yeah.
And erases it entirely.
Got it.
From
right.
time. Like maybe he even wanders into town and he finds out that there is an Ash Williams and his sister is still alive, and the other people, like, they never went to a cabin, or when they did, there was nothing, because after he kills the book and it all dies, like, what's left in the cabin, he, like, maybe because it would have all been placed, like, on an altar, like, it's all gone. The recording's gone.
Everything.
The dagger, it's all gone.
He gets to, I like this. He's walking off in the sunset, so checks in on everybody. This is sort of like when...
And so now he is a nowhere man.
Right. But he can even check in on the family. The mom who was killed in Evil Dead Rise is happily with her children. Like, he basically is this weird wandering Ronin, like Ash. He doesn't exist. Like, I know his name's Ashley, but like Ash is but dust in this. He can't travel through time anymore. He doesn't have any, and he could be okay with that. He could just go back. Is that smart hiring?
He retires to Jacksonville. That's a reference for people who saw the TV show.
Yeah, that we endgamed this but it's sort of a sad ending for him.
It is.
Yeah.
Do we not want to?
No, I'm okay with it.
We don't have to end it that way. I don't know if that's too
the happy ending is
sappy of an ending.
The happy ending is for everyone else.
I don't even know if that's sappy.
The happy ending is for everyone else. Like he saved the world. He lived up to his destiny. Mm-hmm. That's kind of sweet that we don't have to Logan him and kill him off.
Yeah.
He can just be, and we don't have to even like leave any breadcrumbs for future more shit. He can just be like, I did what I was meant to do, and sort of walk off in the sunset happily about it. Like, I just want to sit on a porch and drink some beer. Maybe?
Sure. Yeah.
Like there is a satisfaction in him being a hero and just being okay surviving. Mm-hmm. But I would end the franchise here. Well, I mean, Children of the Corn has 15 movies, so if the demand says we have to do 5 more eventually, then we will. But having him survive this and just be okay with it, he saved the world.
Yeah.
All right.
You think so? Yeah.
That gives us, so Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, The Evil Dead, Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Legends, where Ash has entered back into the equation, Path of the Evil Dead, where the team is the one book, they're chasing the one book, we corrupt one of our characters, Portal at the end of that, Evil Dead Past Lives, Ash is thrown through time, returned back to, he chooses to face his destiny. The Evil Dead Return of the Army of Darkness, we get to see frickin' Helm's Deep with 2 Ashes. Mm-hmm. And then Evil Dead ends. Yeah, I think so. That's a really... It's the trick of this is, like, in us broad stroking this, we're having the fun with it. the horror of this comes in how we choose to kill characters and the tone we set in fleshing this out more, right? Ash is a silly doofus adventurer, but ultimately, if we have characters who are getting ripped apart and innocent people dying, that's where
it's a trope. Ash gets a beautiful love interest who dies in each one.
Yeah. Oh, poor Ash. poor lady. Actually, not Ash. I'm sorry. That was really shitty of me. Oh, the poor guy don't get to bang. Okay.
Also a trope in the TV show.
He never gets to bang.
Well, no, he does. But that a love interest is introduced, and unfortunately, she meets a untimely end.
Okay. Well, okay. This is fun. I can just feel the silliness of this, but also like the fun gore of it, and even thinking of the visual effects of Army of Darkness in '92 and just letting that carry on to 2025. Like, I'm alright with that. Sam Raimi would be okay with that. Yeah. But I guess now we just throw this to KJ and Bloody Good Time Production Studios. How did we do here?
Now, one thing, because he did invoke that we've done it before. I'm assuming the speed.
Yeah, that's surely what I meant. Yeah.
What we didn't do is we didn't couch this in time. We didn't say,
well, no, because you made that call. You called it.
Oh, did I?
You said the 2 movies exist, so we have up to 2023, and then 5 movies to make after that. So we aren't.
Whoopsie.
That's okay. Because we maintain the canon of 4 and 5. That's just the way it is. We chose not to set this through the 2000s into the 2020s, 2010s, and 2020. Stop saying dates. Okay. Yeah. So KJ, even though you had to wait between Army of Darkness and The Evil Dead, we just gave you 5 movies in quick succession over the next few years. How did we do? Okay, and so we're going to throw that to you. We'd love to know if we met the demand. If you want to disagree with us, agree with us, whatever, you can find us at Studio Demands It on Instagram. You can message us directly at studiodemandsit.com. If you aren't already, you can subscribe to wherever you listen to your podcasts. And if you feel like giving us a little review, that doesn't hurt the algorithm at all. It actually gets our words out into more people's ears. You can find us on YouTube and TikTok, where we post video content, including material not heard on the show. And Jim, what else we got? Were you zoning out over here?
I was zoning out a bit. I was thinking
You had a look in your eyes. I was worried.
Firstly, go watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. Also, you can join the conversation on Reddit, on our subreddit, r/Studio Demands It, and also on our Discord server. Go to our website, studiodemandsit.com, and at the top there is a link, an invite link to our Discord server where we can continue talking about stuff.
Yay!
See you there.
There you go. Massive thank you to 6.5 Media for everything they do for us. Please go ahead and check out some of the other shows they have. We got some new shows coming in the pipe. And if you want even more, we have a Patreon. And for a couple bucks a month, you can get episodes early, commercial-free, extended episodes, such as the one we discussed here where we did Godfather Muppets and talked about cats and dogs. Commentary tracks, which also include bonus episodes within the commentary tracks. And you can also show us some love by subscribing for free, because we do drop the occasional, suddenly, a conversation. So yeah, and unless Jim has anything else to say at this point,
nope,
we're going to wrap things up here. We'll be back again soon for one of your demands and to challenge ourselves to prove ourselves as storytellers. I'm TC.
Jimbo.
Trick or treat. And this is the
Demands of the Studio.
Spooky, scary.
Phenomenal Studios? What was the name of this one?
Bloody.
Oh no, that was the yeah.
Bloody good times.
Bloody good times.
This was a bloody good time.
Yeah.
All right, bye.